welcome back to Family Ties. I'm your host, Josie Malkin, and today is my birthday solo episode, belated birthday solo episode. So yesterday I turned 16. We're halfway through summer-ish, kind of, and today we're going to talk about what it was like being 15, what I hope for 16, going into junior year. We'll talk about why I am sitting here at all, and not in Maine. And yeah, that's basically what we're going to talk about today. So enjoy. Okay, so yesterday I turned 16. It was a very fun day. I haven't had a birthday in Chicago since I was... So this is my first year, basically in a long time, since I haven't had a birthday at camp, which was so weird. Normally at camp, it's like you get a cake and a party with your age group or bunk or whatever, and you get to pick a theme and your parents send stuff and it's fun, you get a call. Yesterday was a little different. Yesterday I kind of woke up pretty late. My parents actually woke me up, and then I hung out with my girlfriend, and we just went shopping for a little bit, and then we had lunch, and I had a panic attack. I don't know why. My birthday gives me a lot of stress. I don't like my birthday. And then I went to dinner with my parents and had sushi, and it was a great day. It's weird that like everybody's kind of been asking the same 2-3 questions in the past couple of months. Number 1 is, do you know what college you want to go to? Which I know will only get worse. Number 2 is, have you started driving yet? And then number 3, which kind of started yesterday, which makes sense, is, do you feel different now that you're 16? And the answer is no. The second one is no. And the third one is no. So I'm basically just not prepared, is what I'm telling you all. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I don't know how different it'll be from 15. I really don't know if my age will really be the difference or my school year will, like being a junior compared to being a sophomore. Overall, I'm excited. Okay, let's talk about last year, being 15. Okay, so 15 was a big year for me. I was a sophomore. I just finished my last year at camp, which was really sad. So the first 2 months of school, I was pretty much depressed. And then what else happened? I took some difficult classes that were very interesting, and I made a lot of new friends and got close with a lot of new people, which I'm so grateful for. And the biggest thing, in my opinion, that happened was December, I came out to my family as gay, and now I'm coming out to you guys, and those of you who don't know. So that was kind of really huge for me. I didn't realize how impactful it could be on my entire year and how impactful it has been on my mental health for the past 2 years, just because of how much denial I've been in and like how unhealthy my mindset around it was. You know, I think I had a lot of internalized homophobia. I'm not really sure why. I think it was just because I was scared that I wasn't the norm, but also like still it's difficult to kind of process, and I don't think like I realized that until it happened to me. But it was definitely a process, and it really helped me kind of be my genuine self. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That was the biggest thing, because for the past like a couple of years before that, I knew I just wouldn't let myself like process it, because like everybody can treat it like it isn't a big deal, and it isn't a big deal, but like it does fully have an impact on some people, like personal impact too, not just like the community or your family or your friends. No, it has a personal impact, and not everybody finds it as easy to be proud of themselves, and not everybody can be. So I'm very lucky to have such a supportive community and such a supportive family and friend group behind me. Like, I couldn't be more grateful. But anyways, you know, I think that like I had a very good year overall. So 16. Something that I hope to achieve this year is kind of just being more genuine. I definitely wasn't my genuine self for the better half of this year because I was so nervous of what everybody would think of me. It was that like I was in a version of me that I wanted, that was the best. I could have been better, and I'm always looking to improve, like literally always in everything that I do. And I just think that like number one, I needed to be easier on myself about it just because I had never cared about what anybody ever thought of me besides this. And I don't know why it takes such a toll on me, because it's not like some stuff that somebody says that's either homophobic or just like not okay. It doesn't change the trajectory of my life, it just changes my confidence. But I think that, you know, I really value my confidence, and I think that that needs to be boosted this year. So that's what I want to work on. Camp. Okay. I was at camp. I went for a week and I love camp so much. This year I was a CIT. It was great. You basically get a bunk, you take care of kids. What happens is you then go to your bunk and you teach activities and whatever, and you get time for SAT and ACT work. Issue being, managing a podcast from a place where there's very little internet is very difficult, as is downloading sheets for SAT and ACT prep, as well as trying to manage other online courses from different colleges and trying to build an ISP curriculum from the birthday box room and main bunk. So I think that it was best for me and my parents decided that it was time to come home, mostly just because of everything else going on in my life right now and being efficient and like kind of taking accountability for stuff that I have to get done. Literally, like, the funniest thing happened when I was leaving. So basically, saying goodbye to Scarlett was so special. One of the directors from camp pulled her out of her bunk, and Scarlett comes out, she's like, what? I'm like, I'm leaving. She's like, when? I'm like, in 20 minutes. She's like, why? And I'm like, because I have all this work to do and I can't really do it from here. She's like, long pause. Like pregnant pause. She's like, okay, love you, bye. Scarlett and I part ways. While she's going up her stairs to her bunk and I'm walking away, she yells out to me, Josie, can you send me candy in your letters to me? Marcy replies to me, goes, no, Scarlett. And then she continues to go, can you send me sticker beans? She's in front of a director, mind you, and like, I'm like, because they take them out, because valid, honestly, they cause drama. I didn't get an extra rare ones, and I was pissed. So, I'm gonna steal Scarlett's, honestly, but it's fine. So, yeah, I kind of left. She also only writes my parents about the weather. I have to make a video of us reading those letters because they're amazing. It's like, camp is good, it's 85 degrees out, but tomorrow's supposed to be rainy. Ugh, love you, Marlet. I memorized it. What else happened? What are some funny stories? I was in bunk 3, best bunk on the bunk line. They're Cliffs, which means they're the second youngest age group, and they're the best. One of the kids in my bunk had stuffed animals, and she brought every single one of her stuffed animals she possibly could fit into her duffel. Literally, there was stuff that was extra, like 40 extra, so much. And their beds are like cot size, they're not big. But we're at bunk ordering, and we're kind of just like cleaning up. That's what we do during bunk ordering. I help out with some of the kids, pack their bags for the day. And the girl calls me over and she's like, Josie, you know, like, where should I put these stuffed animals? I'm like, well, you can't put them there. She had them like in the middle of her bed instead of like on her pillow or on the end of her bed. And I saw she had pillows on the side of her pillows and then an empty space in the middle. I was like, genius, we're gonna put all of these here like one normally would. She's like, no. I was like, why? She's like, where am I gonna sleep? I was like, are you sure? I forgot that she was 8 for a second and I almost just went ballistic. Not in a bad way, just like in a making fun way. And I was just like, she's like, isn't it rest hour? It's 8 a.m. It's in the morning. We woke up an hour ago and ate breakfast. Like, I was like, no, it's bunk ordering time. She's like, but there's no space for me to sleep. I was like, no, I know there's no space for you to sleep because we're not sleeping yet, but you can move them once you're done. So interesting. But very funny. I love her. I love all of them. What else happened? We were eating dinner at Cookout, and Cookout is where we all eat outside, and it happens on Sundays and Wednesdays, and you get to wear color clothes, which is basically just regular clothes instead of uniform, and you sit with your bunk or your age group. And little kids sit at the picnic tables, older kids sit on the ground, and I was with the little kids that night, so I was sitting at the picnic tables. And we're all eating our food, and we're all eating so peacefully, we just hear a big thud. One of my campers was skipping like next to our table and tripped and fell straight down. And I felt so bad. I laugh when people get hurt. Not like if you're seriously hurt, I'm obviously not gonna laugh. And she's fine, okay? Like, I'm not a terrible human being. Everybody's kind of laughing. She's laughing. Like, we're all laughing, okay? And that was the whole story. Thank you. We had a mouse in our bunk. 2, actually. But I wasn't there for the second. And then I came home and I've been pretty much playing golf, doing my podcast, editing, whatever, trying to make content. I don't even know what I'm saying. I think I'm going insane. I didn't really get any sleep last night. I think that, like, the hardest year was probably... 14 was hard for me because I had so much anxiety, and also it was when I kind of, like, clicked that I didn't like boys, and it was just really hard to kind of, like, develop that understanding that, like, that's okay, and that is normal, and you're gonna be okay. Like, I didn't even open that door because I was so nervous that I wouldn't ever be able to close it. And now I'm like happy that I don't ever have to close it because it's so freeing. Yeah, that was hard. That was really hard. And then 15 was good. And then freshman year was good. It was fun. Like, it was really fun. Sophomore year was significantly harder than freshman year. I think because freshman year, just getting like a taste of it. So it's like, okay, this is great because all the independence that you just received is like completely overriding all the work that's coming. And so you still are like, have that joyful ignorance around high school. And then you go to sophomore year, like, oh my God, what is that? And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to live in the moment and savor my last 50 days of doing literally this and golf and my programs and then traveling. I'm excited. Also, really big side note, I'm just trying to sidetrack myself. Okay, we were at our friend's house the other day. I'm playing with the youngest boy and he's pretty wild. I love him. He is wild. He's like one of my favorite humans on the planet. So we're playing, and we're playing with Baby Yoda, as one does. I don't know why he's 3 stuffies, literally just the same Baby Yoda and then one big pillow. I didn't realize. He's like, do you like Baby Yoda? I'm like, yeah, I like Baby Yoda. I'm like, do you watch Star Wars? He goes, no. I'm like, that's right. Okay, cool. Do you watch whatever the other one is called? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, cool. I get it. So, anyways, I was doing the voices and everything, and he jumps on me and just attacks me. Seriously, attacks. I'm like, what did I do to you? Because you laughed at those Baby Yoda voices. I thought you liked them, but now you're telling me you don't. But like, maybe let's use our words and not our hands and like our feet and our like fingernails. And I don't know if you can really see it, but he nicked me really good here and like just completely took out a chunk of my skin and left. What else can I say? What was I like as a kid? I am a kid, but like, I mean like a child, like a baby. I was very nervous all the time. I had a lot of fears. I was scared of birds, squirrels, and my parents leaving the house. Birds, I think it's because when I was little, I got chased by a ton of birds. Squirrels, it's because this is actually a story that I think everybody's heard. I've written short, zoomed-in stories for English class about this and the trauma behind it. Because seriously, it is a real fear. All of my family members remind me whenever there's a squirrel. So, it's obviously significant. Me and my dad were on a bike ride, and I was like 5. And basically, like, it's a really busy intersection, like really busy, like dangerous, because I don't know, it's just not good. And a squirrel kind of climbs on the tree, and I'm already nervous. I'm like, Dad, there's a squirrel, He's like, Josie, it's fine. And he tries to scare it away, because like, he's a dad, He's like, boo, to the squirrel. Normally, when you scare a squirrel, the squirrel runs away, right? No. Wrong. The squirrel went towards my dad and went, and basically I scream. My dad is like, oh my God. And it starts coming towards us. There's a second one, it's coming towards us. And it goes, Josie, run. I was 5. Are you kidding? That's not going to cause me PTSD. I was 5, I was a baby, and I was like, Dad told me to run. I have to run. So I run, and I'm walking my bike across the intersection. My dad makes it, he had a muffin in his pocket. That's why the squirrels were coming at us. That's trauma number 1. Trauma number 2. My worst other fear was birds. I'm still scared of birds, but not in a way where I can't. Well, actually, that's a lie. I can't be near birds. If you put me near a bird, I instantly become like violent and malicious, and I'm like, I need this away from me. However possible, we can do that. I am kind of animals. Dogs, cats, dolphins, iguana, like, we're chill. Birds, the things that fly in the air, no, I'm not. What? You're a dinosaur. So anyways, we're at this like zoo bird place in Florida. I'm already kind of scared of birds. And we kind of like walk by a water. There's like pelicans, the worst. Pelicans, pigeons, crows, seagulls, horrible. But we're walking and there's pelicans and you can like feed them if you throw them food. My dad starts to do it. My dad gave half the population enough food and the other half was empty stomached. Empty, full, no, hungry. And they start chasing us. This is my dad saying apparently, because he goes, Josie, Jess, run. I'm like 4, I'm younger, I'm like 3 or 4. Like I'm freaked out, I am like, and the birds start flying towards us like a swarm. What do you call it? No, it's not a swarm, but whatever. So many wings and beaks, and we're screaming, and there's like water because they're like splashing in the water, even though they're not fish, they're birds, and there's there's fish in the water, so why are you just eating that? Why are you eating Josh's breadcrumbs that he gave you? And so like, yeah, obviously I'm traumatized by that, and obviously I haven't gotten over it in over 10 years. You're kidding? Have you seen me? I'm Josie Malkin. I don't get over anything. Wait, I don't get over my fears. So yeah, I mean, I think that I'm definitely changed, but I'm also the same in many ways. I'm better with squirrels and I still hate birds. And I still have a lot of irrational fears that I'm getting over and I'm really working on it. And it's actually one of the most common fears, vomit. So we're working on it. What else? I'm definitely more stressed constantly now. But I still was very stressed when I was little. I think that I'm very similar to how I was, and if you knew me as a kid, you would not be surprised that I turned out how I did. Like, I think I've been pretty much the same, just a little less shy, a little more extroverted. Like, I'm really not an extrovert, and I'm starting a podcast right now, and like getting vulnerable, even though it doesn't seem that vulnerable. Like, this is not, I would not have done this when Blake and Scarlett were, you know, leaders of the show, when I was the host of all the dance shows. Like, that wouldn't have happened. Because normally I was behind the camera, and I'm in front of the camera, and it's great. But I think that that's, like, really the biggest difference is, like, how open I am about myself and my feelings, and how emotional I'm able to be. I really struggled with asking for help, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it really did have an impact on me, especially at a young age. Like, I was so scared to, like, let people know that I wasn't okay, or that, like, I needed help with something as simple as math, or, like, feeling depressed. You know, I just think that, like, I was very cautious about being open with people, and I still am, but, like, definitely less. But I think I'm happy with how I've been, like, turning out. I think that's okay. I'm good. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a bad person. I try my best, and I'm excited to keep on, like, growing and, like, experiencing new things as I get older. I just think that, like, I'm very excited to continue to grow, and yeah, I'm just excited. I'm happy. So yeah, thank you for watching. Look out, we have a ton of guests that are gonna come on soon. Next week we got Blake and Scarlett's video. The following week we will have Mark Taman and so on. We will also be starting virtual interviews and conversations. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my my solo birthday episode, and you know, yeah. So you can find us on wherever you get podcasts. You can also find us on Instagram, Spotify, TikTok. We're working on Apple Music, but it will be here soon, I promise. But please, yeah, enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.